It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NBA show. Check out the entire show. Hit the link on the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. 10 p.m. Eastern. Last game on the card. Dallas Mavericks 8-10, 6-6 on the road at Utah Jazz 14-4, 7-2 at home. We're at Vivint Smart Home Arena, Salt Lake City, Utah. And let's see what we are talking about from an odds perspective. Nothing. I thought it was up. So nothing. Not a full market, but I can give us others. Right now we have Utah at 4.5, minus 4.5 at BetMGM. The plus 4.5 for Dallas is at minus 115. Let's see what FanDuel is offering us here. FanDuel has this at 4. So BetMGM has a 4.5. These guys have the 4. Interesting. And Dutch, we'll go to you first, and I'll set up the game. But the main question I have in this is, we believe that Carlisle is a great coach. What the hell is he doing? What was he? Why was he not changing? This is Rudy Gobert was shitting all over them, and yet Carlisle didn't do anything. And I know that Powell's hurt, coming back, played 13 minutes. He obviously has no confidence in Cauley Stein. I understand why Boban's not out there. Look, I'm not asking for Boban, but you got to do something,
right,
and not let KP just get destroyed out there. And he was doing nothing, and I couldn't understand it. Mavs pace last 5, 17th in the NBA, 99.3 possessions a game. Jazz pace last 5, 22nd in the NBA, 98.60 possessions a game. Was this total out at – no, so no totals out at this point. Did BetMGM offer us a total? And no totals at this point. Mavericks lost 3 straight. It was their third straight loss when these two teams met Wednesday night. The Jazz just played inspired basketball without Donovan Mitchell. He's out of the lineup due to a concussion. They've now won 10 straight with Wednesday's 116-104 victory. Derek Favors also missed the game with a back injury. He's listed as questionable to go tonight. Rudy Gobert, 29 points, 20 boards. Slow-mo Joe Ingles, 21 points, 8 assists. Jordan Clarkson comes off the bench and scores 31. Luka goes for 30 points, but there was just no answer for Gobert. The Jazz were up 69-48 at the half. We have all this faith in Carlisle. Let's go with Dutch. What's he going to do here to give the Mavericks a chance?
I don't know, Jim. This is a tough game to me. I would bring the big guy in, Bronson Brown, do something. Gobert was just doing anything you wanted all damn game. It was hard to watch. I'm glad I didn't have action on that game. But when it comes down to this game, I can only look at one guy, and that's Luka Doncic. The last 4 games, he's averaging 31 a game. He's averaging 29 on the season. He had 30 against them. I believe it's a great matchup. They have nobody to guard him. They're slow. Even with, bring Mitchell back, he's too small for Luka. Luka can get anywhere he wants on that court and can do whatever he wants. I'm looking to get over in points, as long as probably be around 27, 28. He's getting 30+. I think he's going to look out to get this game. I would lean Mavericks here, but Utah's been money, and they've been real money at home. So I'm not going to get in the way of that.
Yeah, they played inspired, but if Donovan Mitchell's not in the lineup again, we see so often that first game the team steps up in the absence of their superstar, and in the second game they fall back to earth. So I'm going to be keeping a close eye to see if Donovan's in, because if Donovan's in and we trust Carlisle, which we do, then he has to have a plan. He's simply not going to go out there and do the same thing that didn't work.
I don't know if I trust Carlisle right now. I've been looking at that team, and they have a lot of – they're deep. He's been underachieving a lot so far this year. So, I would – he's a hell of a coach. You're absolutely right. But what I've seen the last 2 weeks, I don't know what this team is. They've had injuries in and out. I will say that. But they still have a ton of talent on that roster.
Injuries, COVID. I expect also – that Utah's going to get hammered by the betting public. They're all going to have that. They're all going to have that recency bias, and so I wonder: do the Mavs get up to 6? What I find so interesting for me so far this year, and look, I'm not having a great year. I'm sitting at plus 2.20, 36 and 32, but it hasn't been about getting in on lines early. It's been about waiting. And that I don't remember that being such an issue for me. Handicapping, waiting, telling myself just sit back and do nothing, watch, and just do nothing. And that's been such a key part to this season. And it's a huge part in this card here. And the real mistakes I've made when I locked into action too early on a dog. So let's hear what our guy Wham Bam has to say. Last game on the card, Mavericks Jazz.
I'm going very simple here. I'm going to go on a prop perspective here. Now, since Donovan Mitchell is possibly out here due to concussion protocols, they're going to give and rely on their good guy off the bench, Jordan Clarkson, who had 31 points in that absence, 33 minutes. I'm sorry, 31 points off of 33 minutes, 7 rebounds for him as well. So I don't want. I don't. It was very interesting to see that, though. Very interesting to see that. The game before as well, he had 24 minutes, 5 rebounds. Is he starting to have a high rebound type of year? He's at 4.6 rebounds so far for the year. Maybe I want to do the points, rebounds, and assists on this guy as well, bro. I think you're going to get something a little bit cheaper as well, in my opinion, because you're not anticipating him to have these type of rebounds. Maybe the market is adjusting. I haven't looked at it yet, but I do want to go ahead and take in the points for Jordan Clarkson. I think he's going to play well. He's averaging 19 points these last 2 weeks and shooting at 44%. Now, he is shooting a team high 9 threes a game. So I think that is going to start to fall eventually. He's not hitting at a good rate, though, at 33% on those in the last 2 weeks. But like you said, this Jazz team is shooting crazy from deep, 46% their last from deep, their last 6 games. This other team here, they're shooting at what, 33% for the Dallas Mavericks? I'm sorry, my apologies, 29% from deep. So they're not shooting that good for Dallas. I think this may be a good Utah Jazz spot, but I'm going to stay away from the side. Like you said, maybe a square bet. I think Jordan Clarkson may be the look.
Is that only if Mitchell's out?
I think if Mitchell is in, you may be able to get a better line. I still think they're going to feed him though, because off the bench, this guy is just money, and they may need to rely on him. Honestly, in my opinion, but they have guys all around. They have guys all around that, like you said, they're scoring at will. Conley is not playing that great, but he's still shooting at a high clip, 40% from three to the last 7 games. So they still got guys there, but if Mitchell is out, that's going to be for sure a bet. We're not going to take it right now because I know it's not even available yet. But once we get a little bit more news on that, I think we're going to get Mitchell. I think Mitchell is out, honestly, though. I
And
think Mitchell is out.
that means that Jordan Clarkson and LaMarcus Aldridge are tied, averaging 4.6 boards a game each. Joke. Okay.
And I do want to say, Jim, I do trust Rick Carlisle. That Maverick team got me salty right now. You know, they're not playing nowhere near the level that they should be. But yeah, they should get right soon.